Hey everybody, since we're not going to be submitting our dream bedroom through an STL or a three-dimensional file, what we will be doing is taking pictures and clips of it and putting them together into what's called a flyer. A flyer is a flat piece of paper that has information on it. So we're going to be having pictures on there of our bedroom, and then in part of it, we're going to have a place where we're going to talk a little bit and write about what was in our room and why we thought our room was special, why we made it the way we did. So some basically 3 pictures and then some cool facts and things you liked about the room and why you designed it the way you did. Okay, so let's take a look. First of all, obviously, for this assignment, we're going to need to open this up on Tinkercad. Here I borrowed one from one of my students who did a really, really good job on the assignment. So I did not make this. I'm just going to use hers as an example because it was so great. I thought this would be perfect for our video. Now I'm working on a copy of hers, so anything I change, it's not going to screw her stuff up. Okay, so first thing what you're going to do is you're going to get this thing in a view, and I want you to make sure that we don't have it like this. We want to switch to perspective view where it looks more 3D because we want really cool looking pictures and we want it to be more realistic looking. I'm going to choose the best view. The first view that I want and picture that I want needs to be about the size of the whole room. Obviously, if we show one side, we're not going to see the other side. So you might have to choose certain things for the main view. I feel like this view right here, about at an angle something like this, would be a good view of the room. So I'm going to try to get the whole room on there and nothing that I don't really need to show. Okay, this looks like a really good view of this room. Now I'm going to leave that there for a second. And on this assignment right here, you're going to see the video. And you're going to click this Dream Room Flyer template, and it will spawn a copy of this for you that you need to work on. Okay, in the boxes here, what we're going to do, let me change this, is we're going to put in pictures for each one. So this first box, I'm going to put a picture of the room. Look at the shape of the box. And when you select things in the snipping tool, we're going to try to get about that same shape. So we have a rectangle that's wider than it is tall. So that's this rectangle right here. Okay, so let's go back here, and I'm going to go down to this part. I got my view that I really want to capture. About like that, looks good. And I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to type in SNIP, snip. And I'm going to click Snip and Sketch. Here I have an old one. And it's going to be ready for me. And then you press New. And then we're going to grab something that's the same shape as our box. If you remember that piece of paper, the shape of our box was something about like that. That's pretty close. It definitely wasn't this shape or a perfect square. It was definitely a wide box that's a little bit wider than it is tall. Something like that. Doesn't have to be perfect, but that looks pretty close. Okay, now you have it here. Leave that there and go in here to your project. And, before we do anything else, let's do this. We're going to click this, right-click, and just paste. Don't paste without formatting. Paste. Hey, awesome. Now, if it gets way too big, it's going to screw everything else up. So you'll need to reduce it until it goes back to the correct shape. When you turn these in, these need to be just one page. If it gets too big, it's going to screw it up, and it'll go to the second page. I don't want that. So let's undo that. And this should be just fine like it is. The only thing I want you to do now is to click over here until it's this little flashing thing, and we're going to change it to center. So our picture's right in the middle. Okay, cool. Before we do anything else, we're going to change the part that says your name. So I'm going to put this one, even though I stole this from one of my students, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to put my name, Jeremy Woodchick, Dream Bedroom Project. Okay, let me pause this for a second. Okay, so we've got my name on here. It says Jeremy Woodchick's Dream Room Project. I got my first one, which is a picture of kind of the whole room. Now what I want for the second two is for you to zoom in on details that make you proud of your work or something that was important to you when you designed the room. What do you, like, imagine you were trying to sell this room to someone. What would you say are the best things about it? Show me a couple of pictures of those. And then we're going to start writing in the fourth box. So we need to fill up these boxes. Now you can put them here and here and then write down here or whatever. I think the first one should be the whole room picture, okay? So let's go on to the next part of this. We're going to go here, and to me, wow, I really like the level of detail in this corner of the room. You know what? We have a TV, we have a mini fridge with Sprite logo, we have cans of soda. This looks like a really awesome place to hang out. And you can kind of see the lights hanging down from this imaginary ceiling that we have. We have artwork. I think this looks great. So I'm going to get a nice picture of this. So I'm going to go back to the snip tool, and I'm going to click New. And it's going to give me another one. Again, we want to kind of try to match the shape, not like this, not like this, not like a square. It has to be a rectangle that kind of matches our shape. This is really awesome. I really like that view, so I'm going to use this one. I feel like last time I didn't make it quite deep enough, so I'm going to go down a little bit more. And there it is. We go over here. That's on the clipboard. And now we're going to paste this. I want this one to be my writing. For me, I'm going to paste this one down here. Right click. And we're going to click paste. Okay, did anything move? No. Let's center it. It's already kind of in the center, isn't it? Okay, cool. And I need one more picture of my room that makes me proud of it, a zoomed in picture. So let's go find another one. Okay, so let's go ahead and find our other view that we want in this bedroom. So I'm going to kind of move around here, and wow, that's a cool little desk right there. Got the makeup products on there. She has a camera. Let's see what else we have here. Well, looks like she's got a mirror on there. You know what? I got to say, this is really a nice corner. I like the door, and it also has a cool picture and a poster that she put on there that she was able to put together. Big Hero. Yeah, this looks like a cool view. She's got the pictures, she's got the books. I absolutely love the use of color here. Now, makeup may not be the thing for Mr. Woodchick, but you know, that was her thing, and she put it in there. She did great. So I'm going to use this view right here. We go back to the snipping tool. We click New. Excuse me, Snip and Sketch. We click New. And I want to really capture that corner of the room as best I can. I feel like that's pretty good. Okay, and finally, that's on the we've already copied it. Now we just need to go and paste it into our document. And I want to put mine right down here. Wherever you put each one of these pictures is fine, but you need to have one of them that shows basically the whole room like I do, and then two of them that show details that you're very proud of. Maybe you have a bathroom attached to it, or a closet that you walk into you want to show off. Whatever you feel is your best work that would really sell this room to somebody else. And it convinces that other person, hey, this is a great room to have. So let's go ahead and paste that in there. And we're all done with the pictures part of it. And if you need to, if yours doesn't fill up the whole space, you're going to want to make sure it's centered with this button right here. And all that does, like for example, if you put a picture that's smaller in there, is that's going to make sure it stays in the center like this. Okay? But I don't want to. I want to make it just like this. Now with this last box here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bulleted list of my room's features. Okay? So let's go ahead and take a look up here. Do you see where it says bulleted list? You can use these things to make a list. So for example, if I want to make check boxes, you could use this one. If I want to make circles, whatever you want that makes a new heading for each one. Or you could use stars. Here's one for stars. There might be some other ones hidden in here as well, right? Oh, checklists. So I'm going to go right here and I'm going to use the stars. And every star is where I'm going to type a new feature. So one thing I notice about this room is there's lots of pillows that make it look comfy. So I'm going to say this is a cozy room. I'm going to press enter and I'll get another one. And my focus, and I didn't make this, but I'm just going to say my focus is on comfort. Focus is on comfort. Maybe your focus is different and you don't have to have one, but this is just something that comes to my mind. You can see these are pretty small. I'm going to make those bigger when I get done and see how much room I actually used up. I would like you to list at least 6 things that I should know about your room, okay? I noticed that this room is not massive like other rooms. It is small and compact. And one of the things I was really proud of this student for making is soda fridge. That was really cool. Lots of great, since I've been capitalizing it, great decorations, posters, and art. I thought that was really cool. I've done my 6, so I could make this bigger now. If you want to add more, you can do that too. So here's the last part. What you're going to do is you're going to grab all this stuff and highlight just this box. Don't go out here and don't highlight the other boxes. And we're going to change the font size and make it bigger until we fill up most of the space. Now, depending on how big it is, you might have a different font size than I do. For example, lots of great decorations to view. Well, that's going to make it different. I won't be able to make it as big before it fills up the space. And oh, whoops, as you notice, it doesn't do anything unless you select stuff first. And so you can make it bigger. I don't really like the looks of that. I'm just going to get rid of that part. And this is what we would be done. This is your finished product that you're going to turn into Mr. Woodchick. Now, here, let me show you what the other bullets look like. If you don't want to use stars, just go up here and change it to bulleted lists, and you can use the circles. You can use these little 4 square tilted icons, or you can use checkboxes, or whatever. Again, I think the stars are awesome, so I'm going to use those. I think that looks great. Because stars, it's like, in my mind, how I like to see it, they're like something that's a feature. Hey, it's a star. It's a good thing, right? I guess. So, okay, that's it. That's all you have to do. And then you're going to come back here to the assignment in Canvas, and you're going to submit this assignment to me in there. And when you're done, I will be able to see it, look at it, and I will grade it. Hey, this is a huge assignment that's worth a lot of points because we spent a lot of time on it. So it's really got to be done, and it's got to be done correctly. If you have any questions while you're working on this in class or you can't get something to work, just hit me up. I'll be glad to help you. Also, I'd like to thank Johetzi for letting me use her room for this. You did an awesome job. That's why I chose it. I could have picked about 5 different views in here that were all awesome. So I think this one's a great job. I'm looking forward to see your designs. Remember, if it's something you think is awesome, show it to me in one of these pictures that you choose. All right? Hey, everybody, thank you for listening, and let's get this thing turned in.